So the idea for the workshop came from really looking at unconscious bias that was maybe pervasive amongst our faculty, and there had been a few instances, and so I thought as a remedy that we would go through some training. And then as I filled out the application for the grant and some of the questions that it asked, I started to think that there was much more I needed to do. And that's actually where Kick Glass Marketing came from. It really evolved from that, and the idea that we have 60% of our students are marketing students are females, but only 25% of marketing leaders are females. And so actually the program started by addressing that bottleneck in the two. And so the workshop was the first step in that. It has already benefited 100%. So actually last week we had the workshop. So we brought in two psychologists from the University of Wisconsin, and they had done a workshop that I had seen publicized in The Atlantic, and it was very results driven, which is somewhat lacking in some of the workshops on unconscious bias. So they came in and did a workshop, 2.5-hour workshop for business school faculty, primarily marketing faculty. And then we had another 2.5-hour workshop for business school students in the evening. So actually we've already kicked that off, and now we're on to the next steps. So it was really well received. I'm getting feedback from students now, but some have already contacted me, wanted me the slides, which is always a good thing, and really thinking about it. And it's really been the first step for us in really thinking about how we need to address this. That's the wonderful thing about this. When I looked and saw all of the different types of approaches to this, ultimately we're all trying to break that glass ceiling, trying to close the gender gap, but the diversity of ideas was fantastic. So, and then as a marketing professor, the idea of learning how to package your story, how to tell your story, how to pitch it effectively, all really important skills.